Good morning, everyone, on this lovely fall morning. I'm Patrice Caldwell. This is Coffee with the President. Happy to have you here. So I've changed direction in a new corner of the office. Thought maybe you'd like to see something new. John thought you'd like to see something new. So this is a view of the same office that we're usually in. Just wanted you to see that, other things go on in this office. So outside the window it looks foggy, but it's going to be 80 today. So nothing changes in Portales except everything changes. We love that. So it's been a busy month in Portales and on campus and across the system. And I wrote down a few things to share with you, and I hope that if you have any questions or comments that you want to add in, that you drop them into the chat line, including if your sound isn't good or I'm talking too slowly or anything like that, that you just let me know, and John will see it and he'll tell me, and then we'll move on and be better. So I know some of you already know we had homecoming at the beginning of the month. It was wonderful. It was a great experience. When I last talked to you, we were just at the beginning of homecoming week, and we had some wonderful events. It's so great when our alums come back and they see our current students, and our current students meet them, and it's a great closing of the loop of the Eastern family, and I really enjoyed seeing that happen, and so wonderful seeing the alums come back. And all of you that jumped in and watched some virtual events and posted some memories, and it was a really wonderful experience. So thank you for making that a really wonderful homecoming. I have to say that we left more candy on that parade route than I have ever seen. So I think we're back to our standards of having a really good homecoming and having a really good parade with lots of candy. So and some nice floats too. So kudos to those student organizations and to the Alumni Affairs Office that put that all together. We didn't stop there. We went on from homecoming and had rivalry week. Now, as you know, we have lots of rivalries across the state. We have a rivalry with Western New Mexico. It's called the Chili Bowl. We won that. Oh, it was a close thing, but anyway, our rivalry is West Texas, and so they came 2 weeks ago, and we had a wonderful event there. We had family weekend. We had over 260 visitors on campus, which was great. Parents, prospective students, current students brought their parents to campus. They got to hear presentations by faculty, visit tables of programs, talk to other faculty, go to a volleyball game, go to a football game, tailgate. It was a really wonderful experience, and it was great getting the opportunity to speak to some new students, some current students, and of course the parents who are always fun to talk to. They always are interested in what's going on, and we love talking to them about that. Midterm week came next, and so everybody went into the academic mode, and so midterms are very important for us. It's a really important point at which you can look back over the semester, see how you're doing, find a tutor, talk to that instructor, do a little more studying, or branch out, do a little bit more, shoot for that A. It's a really good time on campus for conversations to occur, for students to think again about where they are in their program and what they need to do in the courses they're in. So it's a really good retooling and recalibration of their efforts to finish out the rest of the semester strong. And I'm always glad to see that happen. It's a good thing for a campus to go through that. We always are informing students about how they can get more help, more services, more assistance, how they can look at their degree plan and see where they are in it, what courses remain to be taken, and they can always talk to their faculty advisor or go to the advising center and get more information about that. And many of them do, so I really appreciate all of the other services that wrap around students and really make them confident about their success, and make that success tool really easy to get to. It's very important at Eastern. So we'll be doing some other things that I want you to know about. Veterans Day, of course, is coming up November 11th, and we will be doing programming in the campus union starting at 10. We'll have a program from 10 to 12. Of course, if you're in the community, you're certainly welcome to come. We'll be doing some more events until 2 o'clock. But very important to recognize our active military and our retired military and those who have given everything to our country, and we want to recognize them all on the 11th. The day before that, we have, this is going to sound a little macabre, but Halloween's coming up, so maybe it's okay. We're going to have a blood drive, yes, and it's a competition. We're in competition with Western New Mexico University, and so Eastern and Western, and I think there's a competition with the New Mexico Military Institute, but whatever it is, we really look forward to having a great turnout of people, good donations, and really appreciate all of you who always support the blood drive and always, and our students particularly, who are always very willing to put up their arm and let us collect blood for our donor banks that have been very stressed during the pandemic. So appreciate all the campus's support of those two events coming up. So a couple of other things have been interesting, kind of academic issues. Our nursing program, both the BSN, or the bachelor's degree, and the MSN, master's degree, both have received full accreditation and stellar reviews from their accrediting body, which is ACEN. And they were on campus earlier this week and confirmed the good news, and everybody was happy. So our students are really wonderful in that program. It's such a needed program, so we're very proud to have a BSN program. We don't have the RN program, but we work very closely with those feeder programs from fantastic programs at ENMU Roswell, and of course Clovis, Hobbs, Carlsbad, all the way over to Western, all over the state. And we work with all of them. But I think our BSN completion program, which is all online, is really a spectacular program. It's the first program to be online, and I think it has an excellent reputation, obviously documented by them getting their full 7 years of accreditation. Same for the master's program. Our focus for our master's degree is teaching, the teaching of nursing, which you really can't have nursing programs without having people in there who can teach them, and that is our focus. And that's why we have so much support from UNM and other master's and PhD level programs in the state, because we're the ones preparing teachers. So we appreciate our legacy of teacher preparers, and also our legacy of the nursing profession, which we're very proud of all the work that those nurses and their program, what they do for us. At our in-person graduation in December, back in Greyhound Arena, we also will do a pinning ceremony for the nurses who will be graduating in December. And that's always a lovely event. It occurs after the regular commencement, but it's all part of a wonderful celebration, December 11th, and we're all really looking forward to it. So you'll be hearing more about that as it goes on. But we're in person, we're in the arena, and we're happy. Given that we're in New Mexico, I think being indoors is probably a good idea. So we look forward to that. Another recognition we recently received is for the Golden Student Success Center, GSSC as we call it here, or as many students call it to me, the library. Well, the GSSC received a national recognition for an exemplary interior design of a learning space. If you've not been in the GSSC, I really urge you to come. It's not like you need a library card to get in. Just walk in, say hi. But it's a beautiful space, and students love it. Of course, they love Einstein's Bagels, which is also there, but there are all kinds of study areas, technology pods, areas people can kind of withdraw and study with small groups. Certainly they can work with a reference librarian, consult the stacks, check out books, or find electronic books that they can use or download, and it's a really state-of-the-art facility and beautiful. So I hope if you are in the area and have a couple of minutes that you go in, any of the librarians who are lovely people would be happy to show you around and let you see what a beautiful facility it is and what a great match it is for the needs of our students. So got that recognition for GSSC. So some other things are coming up that you probably need to know about and have already happened. We had our wonderful fall concert with the university choirs, absolutely fantastic. It was on the 14th of this month. We are looking forward to the Wind Symphony, which will be performing their fall concert this Sunday at 3 o'clock. So if you're in the area, I think we'll be in Buchanan, and it will be a beautiful location, and I hope you can come in here. They sound great on the football field, so I think they're probably going to sound great in Buchanan Hall. So look forward to that. There are so many things that happen in the fall, but all of them at Eastern celebrate students. And I think that's really why we're here, celebrating their accomplishments and encouraging them to go as far as they can in that talent area or that academic area or that career area. Anything we can do to help them do that, we really want to do that. So, oh gosh, you can buy basketball season tickets. I mean, there are all kinds of things that you can do if you're on campus, and we certainly invite you to do that. You can even watch. We do stream through the Lone Star Conference Network. We do stream football and basketball and volleyball, so you can see those games. I think we'll also be streaming softball and baseball when the time comes. So it'll be kind of new for us to be able to stream that. It's a pay-per-view, but if you are interested in that, you can go to the athletics webpage. You can get all the information about that. Or you can just come to a game, which would be great too. So we love having that. In fact, we particularly love the rivalry games because it's always nice. I can exchange emails with the other presidents and say things like, "Oh well, congratulations on that win." Not really, but they're always very gracious, and we always have nice little chats about the teams and how great it is to have rivalries in collegiate sports. It connects the students. I wanted to tell you one thing about our students that I just love. You know, football players are often not exactly chatty, but when the coach says, "I want you to go to this event on Tuesday and do whatever they tell you," well, then they do, and they come. So Tuesday of rivalry week, we had a piñata, and it was shaped like a buffalo, which is, of course, the animal of West Texas. And so they let me hit the piñata. I'm not very good at these sorts of things, but I poked him, and they didn't make me wear a mask because I would be hopeless. I'd be falling down. But then they asked the football players to put on a mask and spin around and then hit the piñata. Well, that thing went flying. I mean, one limb went one way, the head went off, candy everywhere. It was just wonderful. But you know, when you're 6'4", and they put a stick in your hand, I mean, things are going to break. And then put a blindfold on, things are going to break. So I had a lot of fun with that. We had a lot of fun. Then the football team came back on Thursday during the noon hour and invited other students to come and watch them play on Saturday. So that was nice. So it's nice that we always see our student athletes as students first, and that other students see them as students first as well. So we know they love sports, we know they love to play, we love to watch them, but they're students first, and we're really proud that they take part in campus events along with everyone else. So we've had a nice opportunity this semester now that we're back together of getting to know each other, getting to remember what we really enjoy about being on campus together. And it's all the events and the speakers and the classes, and then it's the, the classes that suddenly make sense to you because you had that other class, or you meet someone in one class, but they help you in another class, or you never thought of something because now you're taking this other class. So it's wonderful to be in an educational environment where learning is just what you do every day. It's not work, it's what you want to do, and it's what makes you a better person and makes all of us who work here happy to be here. I vividly remember sitting in college, sitting in mud library, just philosophy building library, and just sitting there and thinking, I'm never going to be happier than I am right now. I can pull books down off the shelf, I can just sit and read and think, it's just wonderful. And I come here and I'm surrounded by that same atmosphere. It's great. And video land, or anything, John, I should be mentioning that I haven't.
We've just got a lot of good mornings, Dr. Caldwell, from a lot of different people coming in. Did you want to give any updates on Roosevelt Hall or the GO bond next year at all?
Yes, love to. So, as you know, with COVID, we had some delays on renovation of Roosevelt Science Center, but we're getting very close to releasing that bid. It's a long process, but to give you the kind of the quick version, we release a bid, contractor's bid, and then we break ground. Now, as you know, in New Mexico, you have to be careful when you break ground because, you can't get the pick into it until, the spring and a bit of thaw occurs. So we'll hope to let that bed and then we can start the construction in the spring. We have a lot of really good and conscientious people working on this project. The business office, of course, but a lot of the users in the science area are very helpful about identifying equipment we need and the kinds of modifications that the building needed, and that will make it more efficient and a better learning environment for our students. So all of them are very excited, I think, about seeing this project move forward despite the delays. And I know you know some of these delays, but let me just say, plywood, steel, ball bearings, I mean, you name it, and it's been delayed in the distribution cycle that's really global. Excuse me. And that's been obviously a concern for us, but we're ready to move forward. So I think Roosevelt Science Center is going to take about a year to complete. But as I think I've mentioned to you before, we have a very innovative construction plan which will allow us to build out or to the south, no, to the north, and then keep everybody in the south. And then once we've got the north wing built, move everyone to the north, and then demo the south, or do whatever renovations we need to do. It's very clever, it's very innovative, and we're very happy to work with them. They're great to work with us. We've worked with them before. They're out of Albuquerque, Decker, Paris, Sabatini, and I just think, it's the key. You've got to have good people on campus, but then you've got to bring good experts in. So that's what's happening with Roosevelt Hall. Now, the GO bond in November of 2022. A great many schools across the entire state will have projects in that, and Eastern will as well. So, the SAS building, or the Student Academic Services building, is one of our oldest on campus. It was built in 1948, 49, and it's like all of our buildings here, really well maintained. You've been in it recently, you would know. It's got this great atrium in the middle, skylights, It's, a little old. We've got some problems, like wires are going across it. We can improve it. We talked to the state about this. They said, really, you need to build a new building. We thought actually that would be more efficient. So that's our project for the GO bond. They have earmarked $12 million for this. Of course, it has to be approved through the legislature, but this is a building with so much need, that is, it's students in so many ways, that even the committee said, we have no problem with the need for this building. High need, good project. So we are very confident that the legislature will see it the same way. They'll approve it for the bond. It will be voted on by the voters of New Mexico in November, and we will hope to be able to start construction on a new building, sort of kitty corner from where SAS is now. So right across from the administration building at the former location of Harding Hall. So we have big plans for renovating, well, rebuilding and renovating our two major student buildings. And then we're going to be doing some other construction work, which is kind of fun. You know, the administration building. Well, it has the original slate tile on the roof, which is rather steeply pitched. Well, those slates occasionally slide off, land with kind of bang, and Gothic, collegiate style of architecture that we all know and love, and it suits the area, and we like to preserve it. So any construction we do, yes, it'll be modern, and there'll be steel, and there'll be glass, but there'll still be that feel that you're still on campus, that you're still where you were before. And maybe the building looks the same, but inside it's going to be brand new. So we look forward to coming back and seeing the same campus, but better. Same programs, but stronger. Same faculty, but younger, more energized, you know, bigger PhDs, whatever this campus needs to be the university you want it to be, and our students need it to be. Changing times, always time for a university to change, and I look forward to that. So I look forward to a wonderful fall and winter, but really looking forward to commencement back in Greyhound Arena. There isn't anything as fantastic as seeing all of those students arrayed out there on the floor of the arena, surrounded by friends and family, and the whole place just leaping with excitement to celebrate the best day of the year. And if it's not, I challenge you to tell me what is, because that is the accomplishment of so many people, not just the graduates, and I can't wait for it to happen. So that's, I guess, it for this month. Look forward to talking to you, as the turkey approaches, and I hope you are taking care of yourselves, wearing your masks, and remembering that this too will pass. We'll all be together again, and we'll all be healthy and strong. And I look forward to seeing all of you, hearing from you, if there's anything I can do for you. And as the athletics department says, say good things about us. I'll see you later.